Hi everyone, this is Miss Jess from the Monroe Street Art Center, and I have a project for your Mother's Day art kit. Thank you to everyone that got a kit for Mother's Day. I know some of the best gifts to give you guys are handmade gifts and homemade gifts. So I'm excited to show you guys a couple projects that you can do with your Mother's Day art kit. When I think of Mother's Day and I think of my mom, I know that she loves flowers. So I'm going to show you guys how to make your own flowers and your own flower vase from your art kit today. A few things you're going to need. There's going to be a lot of different pieces of paper in your art kit. You can pick one of those out today that you're going to turn into a flower vase. My cat is going to be trying to get this pipe cleaner this whole video, so I'm just going to tell you right now. Okay. So this piece of paper is going to be the vase. It's long and skinny. If you need to cut it down to size, you guys can cut it a little bit. The first thing you guys can do is actually decorate this piece of paper. Before we roll it up into a vase shape like this, I'm going to end up stapling it, but you're going to want to decorate it first. It's a lot easier when it's flat to decorate than when it's rolled up. So take your time doing that. Your vase can look like anything. You can use any of the supplies in your kit. There's colored pencils, there's oil pastels, there's crayons, I think there's paint. I don't even remember what else is in there. There's so much stuff. And then let it dry, of course, if it's going to be wet or needs to dry. You notice that I put a little bit of glitter paint on mine, so I had to let mine totally dry before moving on to the next step. So feel free to sort of, piece this video out and just play the parts you need to, and then once this is dry, you can play the next part, okay? So now that mine is dry, it's ready to be turned into a vase, not for a teddy cat. So what I'm going to do is roll it up, and I'm going to do a staple on both sides. So one on this side, I got a teeny tiny stapler, this will work, and then one on this side so it stays. Okay, so this is my vase. It'll sit right on the table like that. Now we can start to make our flowers. So I'm going to set my vase off to the side. And for your flowers, you're going to use whatever color pipe cleaners you have, and then whatever squares of tissue paper you have. These are the things we need to make our flowers. Now, I'm going to show you guys twice how to make this same flower, okay? So actually what I'm going to do is cut my pipe cleaner in half. So I have two pieces. I don't want a super long stem for these flowers, so by cutting them in half, it's just going to make more sense for the vase that I created for them, okay? All right, now your tissue paper, whatever colors you have, let me make sure that you guys can kind of see. I'm going to layer up, all of my colors are yellow today, but you can use any combination of the colors that you guys got. And what you're going to do is take them, they're like butterfly wings, right? They're super thin tissue paper, so you kind of want to be careful with them because they can rip kind of easily. But I'm going to stack up in one nice pile, maybe 3, 4, maybe even 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, okay, maybe that's 6. Okay, so you notice how they're all stacked up, they're all in a line. I'm going to do what's called an accordion fold. So what that means is I'm going to take the very edge of my stack, I'm keeping them all together, and I'm going to fold it up once, just a little bit, and then crease it. Okay, now instead of folding it forward again, I'm going to take that same chunk and actually fold it, how can you guys see this, backwards. Okay, and then crease it. And I'm going to do this all the way across. So flipping it over and crease it again. Flip it over, crease it again, all the way till I don't have any more to fold. Okay, so I'll hold this up here. It's called an accordion fold because when you open it up, it kind of looks like a fan. Can you see that? So I'm pinching it right in the middle. It could even look like a bow tie if I were to open up both sides like that. Okay, by pinching it in the middle, I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and just fold it in half right around that part in the middle. Okay. Pipe cleaners are awesome because it's basically fuzz on a wire. So if you twist it against itself, it will stay. So I'll twist that little part right in the middle. Cool, it's totally stuck, okay? Now, while this is still closed, while it's still folded up, I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I can make the shape that I want for my petals. So today, I think I'm going to make nice rounded petals. See that? And I'll do the same to this side, so keeping them all together. Take a scissors and just cut sort of a rounded shape on the end, okay? Now is where we get to open it up like a flower, but you do have to be careful, right? Because like I said, tissue paper is like working with butterfly wings. It's super fragile. So I'm just gonna gently separate, right? Sort of open up my accordion fold here. And then ever so carefully, I'm gonna start to separate those layers. So I'm going slowly, oh, look at it, I already ripped it. So it just takes patience and just being really careful and separating all the different layers of tissue paper. This is really fun when you get to use a bunch of different colors because your flower will look really awesome and really layered up. I mean, this one's still gonna look super beautiful even if you just have one color. So now I've done one side, okay, you can see how it's starting to look like a flower. The other side is still folded up, so I need to do the same thing on the other side. Sort of carefully separating all the pieces. Okay. Pretty. Okay, so now that it's all opened up, whoopsies, you can just kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, fluff the top, if you will. Kind of squish it all together however you think looks the best. And there's my little flower, okay? Maybe something else you guys want to do if you want to add a little bit of extra decoration. Inside of your kit, there's this little teeny tiny baggie of neon beads. So I'm going to open this one up and I'm going to dump them out here so I can see all my pretty colors. Okay, they're also easier to grab like this when I put them in a tray, so I want to add something extra to this one. Since my vase is pink, maybe I want to put on some pink flowers, and maybe my mom's favorite color is pink. So I'm sliding the beads on. This is really good for fine motor skills. You can sit and really practice for a while, take your time. You could make a pattern if you wanted to, alternate your bead colors. And then I'll hold this up here in just a minute so you guys can see. Ta-da! Oops. Fancy flower. And maybe the last thing I want to do is twist it around my finger, and it makes kind of like a springy stem for your flower. Okay, and then I would add this to my bouquet. So I've got space to do one more here. I think I'll show you guys one last time, one final flower. So again, take about 4 to 5 pieces of your tissue paper and stack them on top of each other. And then you're going to accordion fold. So I'm taking one edge, fold it in, crease it, flip it, and fold it back. And crease, and forward, crease, backward, crease. Pinch it in the middle. Take your pipe cleaner and just twist it right across the center. Twist it together so it stays. Before I open it up, I cut the shape of my petals. Maybe this time I want them to be really pointy, spiky petals. And then same on the other side. Okay, and now carefully open them up and separate them. And you do this to both sides of your flower. Okay, there's one. And here's 2. Okay, so of course I could put beads on this one also, but how fun do these look? Now I've got like a really soft looking one and a really spiky one. 2 flowers. All right, so have fun making your bouquet of flowers, you guys. If you decide to make a whole bunch of them, you could fill up this whole thing and make a really big bouquet of flowers. All right, if you want to share your creations with us, we would love to see them. Have fun.